Well, hello again to all the women out there. Welcome back to my recently launched YouTube channel covering all aspects of relationship, dating, matters of the heart, whether it's about getting an ex back, ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, men's advice, women's advice, long-distance relationships, or how to get a boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm going to be covering all aspects of human relationships when it comes to love in this YouTube channel. And recently I've been focusing specifically on a series of videos aimed at women in specific, to understand men. What are men thinking? What do men want? You can check out my website at the link below this video at whatishereallythinking.com for a lot more about everything that men desire, what we crave, all the questions you've ever wanted to know about men are answered there. But today's video, I'm going to focus specifically on one of the most frequently, probably the #1 asked question that women ask when it comes to relationships is just how to find a man to begin with. How to find that perfect man, that Mr. Right, not just a boyfriend for a few weeks or not just a guy for a night, but how to really find a man that will satisfy everything you want, everything that you've dreamed of to have in a relationship. It seems like all the time I hear women complaining that it's so hard to find decent men these days. Sure, finding a guy is easy, but decent men is a different thing. And you know what? It's because there aren't many decent men anymore. I elaborated on this in a recent post, also on my channel here. But today I'm going to sum it up and tell you the one rule you need to follow to find your prince and live happily ever after. And by following this rule, I promise that you will have more success and with the right types of guys. So you're probably here because your dating life has been pretty lackluster lately, and that's why you found a place such as this. You may have slept with a man too soon, only to find that he won't even text you or return your calls anymore. You might be attracting scumbags, and you're tired of it, understandably. And there's 1,000 reasons you may be watching this video right now, but all of them lead to one easy rule to follow, okay? If you want a prince, act like a princess. Now, you're probably laughing at that. It sounds too simple or too old-fashioned, etc., but please hear me out, okay? Princes never went for the evil queens or the wicked witches. Let me ask you this question, okay? Who ended up with the prince? It's very simple. Cinderella or her less than ladylike stepsisters. So everyone knows that it was Cinderella. Why did the prince choose her over the stepsisters? Well, obviously, the answer is pretty clear. I promise you it wasn't because she was the hottest girl at the party. It was because Cinderella had some really admirable traits. It's that simple. This girl was humble, kind, and beautiful. She didn't go out every night looking for a good time. She wasn't hooking up with guys left and right. And now know here, if you're not looking for a serious relationship now, it's fine to do these things, but the point of this video is on serious relationships, and just be safe about it. Now, I know that real life isn't a fairy tale, of course, and that's an overly simplistic example nonetheless, but I'm telling you straight from a man's perspective, there is not a good man who exists in this world that wakes up in the morning hoping he won't find his Cinderella. You just have to find the right opportunity for the two of you to meet. And that brings me to my next point. You can't expect to find or attract a good man if you're constantly settling for losers. Okay, ladies? Kissing a frog and turning him into a prince. Now that might sound like a good idea, but more often than not, when you kiss a frog, you're going to get a frog. You're going to get warts. And this idea of changing a guy, taking this kind of a scumbag guy, I'm going to improve him, I'm going to make him better, no, just forget that. Okay? I know that some guys are pretty good at hiding their true nature. You have to be careful of that too. He may be suave, debonair, and extremely gentlemanlike, but eventually his true colors are going to show, right? You can read them. If he displays behavior that makes you uncomfortable, or does something such as trying to sleep with you way too soon, well, those are obvious flags he's not the kind of man you want. So how do you deal with these types? Well, it's pretty easy. You don't deal with them at all, you just ditch them, okay? Don't make excuses. If you're doing your best to attract decent men, and you end up with a guy like that who's not decent at all, you get rid of them and cut this clutter out of your life. Why? Because you can't polish a turd, so don't try. This idea of changing some guy into your perfect guy, just give it up. So let's sum this up really neatly, okay? As long as you follow this single rule, I guarantee you won't have a problem finding a decent man and attracting more decent men into your life. And again, it's just, if you want the man of your dreams, be the woman of his dreams, okay? Live by this advice. You're well on your way to your prince. Now, for everything else, you might want to know about understanding men, right? What are our desires? What do we want? What do we crave? How to get a guy? How to keep good guys? Long distance relationships, all of it. Well, first of all, subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be producing videos on all those topics and more on all of these relationship themes. Subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a thumbs up if this advice has helped you at all, or leave something in the comments section. But also check out my website at whatishereallythinking.com, a website aimed at helping women understand all facets of the male psyche when it comes to relationships. So until then, good luck with your relationships and with love. Take it easy.